Happy Friday, friends! We made it through another week, and I am praying that this video gets launched to YouTube successfully this morning. I haven't had too much luck this week, so let's just say a little prayer and say, God, let's finish the week off strong, and make sure it's available on Facebook and YouTube at 7 a.m. as I always promised it would be, but unfortunately, technology doesn't always cooperate with me and is trying to take me down. So not today. Nope, not today. We are going to make this happen. So let's grab our Bibles. I have mine right here on my lap. Your tablet, I also have that with me as well because, as you know, I like to read out of a couple different versions sometimes. And I always read the devotional off of my iPad. So just grab whatever you need and let's dig in. We are reading out of Galatians this morning, Galatians chapter 6, verse 2. And I will start with the Amplified version, and then I'll read out of my physical Bible and see what it has to say. Carry one another's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the requirements of the law of Christ. That is the law of Christian love. Oh, I like that version. Okay, and see here, Galatians chapter 6. That's Ephesians. Let's go back one. Chapter 6, verse 2. And I have it highlighted. Share each other's burdens, and in this way obey the law of Christ. And the law of Christ, as the Amplified version says, the law of Christian love. Okay, our devotional. Let your pain draw you closer to others. Yesterday it was draw you closer to God, and now today is drawing closer to others. Suffering changes you. It can turn you away from self-centeredness and toward caring more about other people in pain. One important way you can use your pain for good is to draw closer to others. If you're honest about the things that are causing you pain, then it will deepen your love and mature your relationships and sense of community. If you allow yourself to be vulnerable, then it will help you build authentic relationships. There's a sad statistic that about a third of marriages end up in divorce after the loss of a child. People all grieve differently, and it can drive a couple apart. When our son died, my wife Kay and I decided we were going to use our pain to grow closer together rather than let it drift us apart. We didn't try to talk each other out of our pain. When Kay was going through a wave of grief, I would simply walk over and put my arm around her or just stand by her and be quiet. There were no words to say. The deeper the pain, the fewer words you use. Our small group came over after Matthew died. They said, "We're spending the night at your house. We're not going to leave you here alone. We're going to be with you." They didn't try to give us any words of wisdom. They just gave us the ministry of presence. They slept on our couches and on the floor. I'll never forget how it held us up. The Bible says, share each other's burdens, and in this way obey the law of Christ. Galatians 6:2, as we just read. You don't have to try to cheer people up when they're grieving. Instead, try to enter into their grief and feel it with them. Sharing in someone's pain leads to building fellowship, becoming closer to other people, and strengthening relationships. And our talk it over questions as we close out this week. Why do you think people often need your presence more than your words of wisdom when they are in pain? has suffering changed your relationships? How has it drawn you closer to or pushed you further away from people? Why is it sometimes easier to close yourself off when you are grieving rather than to make yourself vulnerable in your relationships? Oh, those are all such amazing questions to really ask yourself and just ponder and journal about. You know, when I think about people who are grieving, people who are suffering a loss, and I just think about in the past the number of times that I've heard people say, I don't want to go to the funeral because I don't know what to say. And I've learned over time that you don't need to say anything, that just being there, just offering them a hug and just grieving with them, that's all that anyone needs, is to know that you're there, that you love them enough to just extend your presence, or be present, I should say, and extend your love and your support and whatever they need. And just saying, you know, anything you need, just let me know. But in the meantime, I'll be praying for you. There are no perfect words, but there is a perfect love, and that perfect love is Jesus. And when we show up and we walk alongside people when they're grieving, that is the love of Jesus coming through us. So allow yourself, when you're grieving, to be vulnerable and invite people in, and just, you know, let them know you don't expect them to say anything. You know that they can't fix it, they can't change it, but just being there means so much to you, and just allow them to hold that space for you, that container of love that we all need when we're going through difficult times. Okay, leaving that with you as we close out this week, and we are almost through part 4 of this plan of faith that works when life doesn't. We have a few more days to go, 2 more I believe, and then we're going to move into the final part, part 5 of this plan. I can't believe it's actually been 4 parts already. It's been so amazing. There's just never a shortage of verses of encouragement and a word from our Creator for every single circumstance of our lives. I just love it. Love, love, love. Have an awesome Friday, an amazing weekend, and I'll see you all back here on Monday morning. I love you all. See you soon. Bye for now.